Well, good evening, everybody. This is Blenny Bite. Welcome to the Ol'skool Reefer channel. I'm sorry I'm going to have to speak up a little louder tonight because the chiller's running and the swamp cooler's running full blast because we had a 100-degree day today. So, on with the tour or review or words of warning. Running a lot of extra bio beads these days, so unfortunately my protein skimmer is like really blowing its top. So I'm having a special skim 8 cup made with a flanged and sealable top and a larger half-inch output so I can blow it straight down to my catch can, which is vented with a carbon cap so I can catch skim 8. And of course this is my bathroom, so I catch it every morning. Fish toilet. And I see it from my toilet, so improvements on the fish toilet are coming. I have upgraded the tank on the right here with G6 circuit boards in the Radion lights. I upgraded 2 of them. The tank here on the left is the G5 Radions. You can kind of see the difference, a little more UV, and it also matches a little better modifications I did to the Aqua Life T5 light fixture. So these are without the additional LED strips on in that fixture, and these are just the radios. So a lot prettier view, and it has just about the same as the G5. So there's a difference if you're curious in those two. Second of all, a word of warning about Blennys, particularly this guy here. He is what you call a starry Blenny, and they do bite, by the way. I've had them for years and years, and I happened to be rearranging this tank a little while back, and he ended up biting me twice. Thank God he didn't nail me with fangs, or he is not equipped with fangs, but he does have really sandpaper type lips and will rough your skin up in soft areas. So very aggressive, and he will bite you if you disturb his house or get near his house. Far more aggressive than clownfish even. So words of warning there. Second words of warning, when you're buying a fish tank, you really truly should consider one that either has a pre-made drain in it or an aftermarket drain that you would like to put on it. I do not recommend over the back units like the CPR, a goofy pluralistic pump to purge the air out of the siphon. This one has caused 2 major floods, and I have caught about 4 or 5 more floods in progress. So I went back to the drill-through type, which is like installed on this tank, and it is made by Modular Marine, and it is a 3-drain type system. And so I ordered one 3 weeks ago. It takes a while to get them, but I believe that these are the best made drains out there. Right down to the cover of the wear box. Acrylic covers that don't warp. A box that's thick enough, top, bottom, and the sides, that it doesn't warp. Nice rounded corners, thick plexiglass. And so I believe these are the best drain boxes out there. They're a little over $200 with the hole saw. And you can configure it into a silent drain. So, Modular Marine. And when you buy a tank, make sure that all sides of the tank are not tempered. As you will see on this tank here, sometimes they're marked, sometimes they're not. But there is a tempered stamp, front glass, back glass, and bottom. So I called the manufacturer up after I had this tank together and found out that the end pieces of the glass and ends of the tank are not tempered. So I guess I'm going to kind of turn this into a peninsula type tank, I guess, or at least have the drain on this end instead of the back corner. And of course go ahead and have it drain into this system, into this tank. So a tiered system. Unfortunately, I have to tear this tank apart probably this coming week. And as you've noticed, after 8 months, pretty much the sand and the rocks have all cured or settled in. And really, no algae growth to speak of. And the corals are doing awesome. So give it time, beginners. The algae will eventually go away if you limit your daylight hours under 10 hours and you get rid of a little of the white light, red and green included. So I'm gradually lengthening the days on this tank and adding a little more white light, since basically the tank has matured past the 6-month point and past the major algae growth. And again, this one too is pretty much uncleaned, undisturbed in a while, and has no algae growth. So doing well there. Warnings: do not drill tempered glass. The glass will explode on you. So you're only able to drill the untempered side or an untempered piece of glass should you choose to use a internal type box, which is a much better choice for leak proof versus the siphon type boxes, as you see here. These are not foolproof. So words of warning: biting Blennys, leaking boxes. We'll go on to the frag racks. As you can see, I have refragged almost all those frags that were on the prior frag racks. And done a little gardening per se. And if you buy cheap frag racks, be careful. The magnets that I have left here are the only ones that I were worth salvaging, as most of the rest of them were almost fragmented into pieces and really bad, rusting off and bleeding all kinds of iron and whatever else into the fish tank. So nickel, cadmium, whatever. So don't trust uncoated magnets or magnets that are epoxy coated. Do spend the extra money instead of wasting money on these and a bunch of nasty rusted magnets and toxic to chemicals, and buy racks with sealed magnets, have plastic coating all the way around them so the salt water absolutely can't get to them. These racks were about 35 bucks a pop. The little one in the back was about 20 bucks or something. For the one staghorn in the back corner there that's growing. So, words of wisdom, pass them along. Hope you don't make some of the same mistakes I've made. Might save you some time and trouble. Reefing art, magnetic frag racks. Get them on eBay or through their website. And as far as this Modular Marine, you can get him on eBay, but there is a waiting list of about a month. You can write him up and ask to be put on that waiting list. So they're kind of hard to find on eBay, but if you look up Modular Marine, you'll find him and then send him a question. This is a 1,600 gallon box. It had wears actually cut on the back side of this internal box, and I had him delete that and just put the cuts on the front side of the box only, which is about a 1,200 gallon rating supposedly. Fine by me. I don't like the cuts on the back of the box per se, so I had him only put them on one side, and I had him make the back and sides clear so I can see the sponges and access to it. Alright, everybody have a great night. Subscribe if you haven't. Take care. Thumbs up. Happy reefing to all of you. And we'll see if we can get a peek at the zebra Placo, which I picked up when I was working at a fish store not long ago. There he is. Seems to be mostly nocturnal, along with most of the clear loaches, which are currently mostly hidden. Alright, everybody have a great night. Happy reefing. Take care.